From Wood TV 8, this is a breaking news alert.
And first at 6, a massive house explosion was intentionally set. That's the breaking details from officials just an hour ago. We're covering all angles of this story. News 8's Duncan McLean spoke with a man who risked his life to pull a woman from the debris. And News 8's Katani Gooch tells us what the court documents are revealing about the couple who lived in that home. But we begin with News 8's Kyle Mitchell, who is outside of the sheriff's office. Kyle.
Brian, the Kent County Undersheriff confirmed to News 8 that investigators believe this was intentionally set. People who live in the area are still shaken by that blast. And News 8 has learned through property records and through family that the man believed to be responsible for the explosion was Doug Preston. A neighbor's doorbell camera was rolling, showing the moment a home exploded in Comstock Park.
Several calls now reporting an explosion, a possible house on fire. Dispatch clear at 401.
The Kent County Sheriff's Office received more than 50 calls reporting an explosion and fire at a home on Rollaway Drive. The Undersheriff says they believe the man at the home intentionally set the fire in an attempt to kill himself and his wife.
You've noticed I haven't released any names right now. There's still a lot that needs to be done in the investigation, including working with our medical examiner's office to positively identify the body that was located in the building today.
It sounded like a huge bomb being dropped.
Neighbors woke to the sound of an explosion rattling the subdivision.
Just debris everywhere. Really, just things moved around quite a bit.
Chanel Raditz and Kurt Dutrazak said their home shook.
There was a massive noise, explosion, rumbling, and opening up the shade. We saw a fireball, kind of mushroom cloud still rising from the house. And then I was able to get outside probably within a minute after that. And at that point, I saw that the house was on fire, kind of the backyard was on fire. There was debris skewing about, and there were some screams, shouting.
It's a very traumatic experience. I think right now we're kind of coming down from that adrenaline rush, but initially it was shocking to think that it could happen to anybody. And seeing that burst of flame, knowing that people could be inside, it was very traumatic.
Utility crews were in the area checking lines after the explosion. Kent County Undersheriff says they believe that gas system in that neighborhood is working properly tonight. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Kyle Mitchell, News 8.
And we continue to unearth some new details about the couple who lived in that home when it exploded, including details on a contentious relationship between the two. News 8's Katani Gooch joining us live now with that part of the story. Katani.
That's right, Brian. Through court documents that we pulled through the Kent County Circuit Court, we were able to find out that the couple that lived in this home that used to stand right here, well, they were in the middle of a divorce. And based on what I've read in those papers, the divorce was not going smoothly. Now, as you just heard from Kyle Mitchell, through family, court records, and property records, we were able to confirm that the identity of the male suspect and the male that died here, the husband as well, is Doug Preston. Now, we are intentionally not naming the wife because she is the victim of a violent crime. Now, these papers were filed by the wife back in February of this year. The couple had been together nearly 40 years. According to the documents, the wife was unemployed and Doug was part owner of Contract Electric LLC. This is important context because later the wife filed a restraining order on disposal of assets where she says she was fearful Doug was planning to move assets. In his response through records, Doug says he was concerned about his wife's, quote, excessive spending, but ultimately a month later through mediation, they agreed to freeze for both parties.
The theory at this time would be that it was a leak of the natural gas, probably allegedly intentionally released into the basement. And unknown what the ignition source was to cause the explosion, but every indicator at that point in time appears to be the natural gas is what was used to start the fire.
So obviously a lot of information still to be found out, a lot of questions still unanswered as we're still early in the investigation, but we're going to keep you updated both on air and online, and we'll have a full report of what else came out of those records later tonight at 10 and 11. Sending it back to you in the studio, Brian, live in Comstock Park. Katani Gooch, News 8.